Dear Diary, there's a strange silence behind my smile, a stillness in the middle of the crowd, and a question that's followed me for most of my life. Why do you seem so outgoing but disappear so suddenly? I'm an INFJ, and I don't always fit the mold. People say we're the most extroverted of the introverts, but I've come to realize that label barely scratches the surface. What looks like connection on the outside is often a delicate dance between two worlds, the one in front of me and the one inside me. If you've ever felt like you're performing presence while quietly unraveling inside, this is your story too. If you're an INFJ or just someone trying to understand the mystery of your own duality, stick with me. This is a journey through thought, feeling, and the quiet power of those who live between worlds. Subscribe, like, and share if this resonates even a little. Let's build a space where depth is not only welcome, but celebrated. 1. I don't see me the way they do. I've lost count of the number of times someone has told me, "You don't seem introverted." At first I thought maybe they were right. I can talk. I laugh, I host, I care, I check in on people, I look like someone who thrives on social connection. But what they don't see, what they never see, is the cost. After a gathering, I retreat like the tide, quiet, low, sometimes empty. There's a hidden exhaustion that comes from feeling everything, mine and everyone else's. That's what extroverted feeling does to an INFJ. It doesn't just want to understand others, it absorbs them. I become a mirror, a chameleon, not because I want to deceive, but because I want to comfort, to connect, to not disappoint. But when the lights dim, I forget what my own face looks like. 2. Conversations and crossroads. People start talking and my thoughts scatter like birds startled into flight. I could be dreaming about a poem, a theory, an idea I haven't fully formed. But then someone walks up smiling, expecting me to be present. And I try. I really try. But sometimes it feels like I'm slicing myself in two. My words go one way. My mind goes another. One part of me nods politely, stays warm and engaged. The other drifts, back to the thread of thought I was following before I was interrupted. And it hurts, not because I don't want to talk, but because every conversation means putting something on hold. A thought, a feeling, a part of my internal world that doesn't always return the same way again. And I never tell the other person. I would never say, "You just pulled me away from my world." Instead, I smile, because I want them to feel seen. I want them to feel important, because they are. That's the INFJ tension, serving the external world while starving the internal one. 3. Split between two worlds. Sometimes I feel like I live in between dimensions. There's the version of me others see, the friendly, thoughtful, sometimes even bubbly version. Then there's the real me, quiet, complex, sometimes melancholic, often lost in the weight of invisible things. What people call being out of sync feels like home to me. I don't always process things in real time. I walk away from conversations thinking, what did that really mean? Hours later, I finally feel the impact. Days later, I write about it. Weeks later, I might even understand it. And I know I'm not alone in this. INFJs are time travelers, replaying, reimagining, rewriting. We're rarely here. We're often everywhere else. 4. Why do people think I'm extroverted? Here's the truth no one talks about. I learned to be social so I wouldn't feel so alone. INFJs often get labeled outgoing introverts because we know how to engage. Our extroverted feeling is like a social compass. It senses what others need and we adapt to meet it. We're kind, attentive, sometimes even entertaining. But it's not because we're extroverts, it's because we care deeply, almost painfully about the emotions around us. We want harmony. We want people to feel safe. We want to be the balm to their chaos. So we mold. But it's not without cost. Because after I've spent hours being what others needed, I sit in silence and wonder, did anyone see me? 5. How I see myself and how others don't. When people describe me, I'm always shocked. You're so confident. You're so open. You're really outgoing. And I think to myself, who the hell are they talking about? Because I don't feel that way, not most of the time. I feel hesitant, careful, hyper-aware, detached most of the time, like I'm never quite in the world. Always on the edge, observing, translating, feeling too much or not at all. I don't think I fit the social definitions of introvert or extrovert. I think I exist somewhere deeper, beneath the labels. A space INFJs often occupy, and I've learned to be okay with that. 6. The quiet strength of the unseen. What I've come to realize is this. INFJs are not extroverted introverts. We are internally rooted souls who've grown outward branches, reaching gently into the world. We speak so others feel heard. We smile so others feel seen. We adapt so others feel safe. But inside we're ancient forests, silent rivers, burning stars. We carry depth that few ever touch, and maybe that's not something to hide, but something to hold. If you've ever felt this way, like you're two people at once, like you're both seen and misunderstood, you're not broken. You're not inconsistent. You're not wearing a mask. You are multi-layered. You are nuanced. You are INFJ. And in a world that prizes loud over deep, fast over meaningful, and visible over real, you are needed more than ever. Let your depth be your gift. Let your silence speak volumes. Let your presence, though rare, change the energy of the room. The world may not always understand you, but I promise the right ones will. You don't need to be louder. You just need to be you. If you found yourself in these words, if they felt like your inner voice finally put into language, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts below. Let's build a community where introspection isn't weakness. It's wisdom. And until the next video, take care.